know, I've seen firsthand like how people sort of like dismissed her just for like having a accent that wasn't a standard American accent and everything. And so, I feel like I do feel like it's kind of cheating. And again, if it were part of like a gag or something, like a
Hmm.
Borat style gag, that might be kind of okay. Like, are you Borat? Or is that your goal? Are you trying to be Borat in your college classes or something? 'Cause that's a little weird if you ask me. So, yeah, I'm
Well, there's only
voting
one Sasha Baron Cohen, so let's be real about
correct.
that.
I mean, sorry, but you're not gonna supplant
That's
that guy.
that's
It's
not
not
that.
happening. No. So yeah, I'm going with YTA here.
Hmm.
I think you kind of are the asshole. I mean, and again, it's kind of a soft one. Like I don't think you're trying to be an asshole, but it's a dick move, if anything. So it's a YTA. If I have to just boil it down, it's a YTA. Sorry about it, OP.
Strong agree on this one. My mother's first language is not English, neither is mine.
Sure. Right.
Um, Mine's like a pretty close race between the two. Like Spanish one, barely over English, and as a linguist, it's like I am an L2 English speaker.
Right.
Um, and I will say that as my mother's translator for the first 10, healthily 10 years that I was in this country with her when we first moved here, um, it was quite offensive for people to talk to me instead of her.
Right. Sure.
Because I love my mother and she may be a lot of things, but stupid is not one of them.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yep. Right.
That said, as an 11-year-old and the oldest child, it was my responsibility while our father was, working to make sure that shit got done, which
Sure.
included a lot of, offices, lobby spaces, waiting for appointments, et cetera, et cetera.
Right, everyday bullshit that
All day,
happens in
every
life.
day. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
right.
so as I as I integrated myself into this society and this culture, it became quite evident that even though English was my second language, I took to it. I'm good at it. It's
Sure.
fine. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's a fun little puzzle. I don't mind it. I like reading. I like writing. And senior year of high school, I found myself in a situation where I was being graded more stringently than the rest of the students in my semester long economics class
Ooh, okay.
because
Okay.
I was in AP English.
Mhm, mhm.
And somehow this teacher caught wind of that. And I wrote an essay. I don't know. Honestly, I probably wrote it that morning. It wasn't worthy of a literature prize of any sort, but it was like whatever. It was a fucking essay. Who gives a shit?
Sure.
And I wrote it and it was fine. I stand by that essay. I should frame it. It's around here somewhere. I kept that one on purpose
Yeah.
because my teacher, Mr. Mitchell, decided that since I wrote so good, that I deserved to be graded in this throwaway bullshit class where I did not learn anything that mattered. Um,
Why is it always a teacher with a name like Mr. Mitchell or something like that in these situations? It seems like it always was in high
well, as
school.
I found out later, he'd been kicked out of the English department.
Oh,
Cause
well, okay,
oh
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what happened was that I got a shittier grade on it than I thought I deserved because I saw the rest of the essays. Because
Sure.
the rest of the students would walk up to me and be like, "What do you think?" And I'd be like, "I think you should definitely check your spelling."
Mhm,
But
mhm.
whatever. I'm not maliciously. It's like people ask me my opinion, I give it to them. It's like, oh, that does not take an apostrophe there, or what have you. And so whatever. And so I got like super fucking grumpy about it
Rightfully so, sounds like to me.
because he basically like raked me over the coals because the leading sentence in each paragraph didn't match my thesis exactly word for word, which is like such a petty ass bitch ass thing to say about a fucking essay.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
my essay was good. Like I said, I stand by it.
right.
And so he like marked it up all fucking weird and shit. And it's like I'm used to having my shit marked up weird. Like everyone that I've come across, right, as a mentor to me has always been fairly stringent with me. It's cool. I don't mind it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
You
this
got to
was
have
some
people that do that in your
yeah,
life.
absolutely. Well,
It's helpful.
that's how you end up
Good
where
way to
you are.
grow. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker, he thought he was my English teacher, but he
Right.
wasn't my English teacher. So I
Right.
went to my English teacher, who was also my speech and debate coach, my mock trial coach. I mean, let's be real. Like, I trust that teacher. And so I marched right over to the other building across the quad and I was like, yo, Fernandez, what the fuck is this?
Sure.
And he was like, oh no. Oh no. And
Right.
I'm like, am I wrong here? Like, I understand that I took a bit of like perhaps a stylistic fucking detour in how I feel like writing, but like, how am I getting an A minus on an economics essay? Like, come on, man. It's a 5-paragraph essay. Like, let's get real with it.
Oh, and this was
And he
for
was like,
okay. Well, I mean,
oh,
come
yeah.
on.
No, it was in my English class.
Yeah. Okay.
In my
Stop it.
English
Cut it
class, I
out.
was writing
Cut it
margin to
out.
margin with no spelling errors in pen on
Sure.
paper,
Sure.
such as us elders used to do way back in the blank number of years ago.
Yes. In the olden times,
In the olden times.
as we
Yeah.
refer to it sometimes.
Yes. We did carry whiteout in our purse. We did.
Yes. Yes.
And so I get wanting to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because it is not fair. Sometimes when you're very
Yeah.
smart or you're very talented, you are put up to higher standards than anybody else who's literally standing right next to you right at the same time doing
Sure.
the same exact fucking thing.
Sure.
And it is obnoxious. And it is I'm not going to say it's unfair. It feels unfair, I
Yeah.
guess is how I would put it.
Sure.
But you know, the people that are doing that, you know, holding you to these like higher standards, etc. It's coming out of a place where they think they're helping. I'm not gonna say it's a good place. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say in their own
Yeah.
minds, you know, they
Right.
don't think they're putting you to task. They're just, you know, helping you be better, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
That old chestnut.
if right though.
I'm just trying to help you. Walnut of
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. That's exactly what I needed today.
yeah. Yeah.
An extra layer of fucking criticism. Yeah, cool beans. But you know what
The
though?
walnut of disingenuous caring.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. Right. I feel like this person is an asshole because I don't and we talked about this last week. I'm going to include this as like some sort of like sub theme to this particular segment.
Sure.
Don't be an asshole to yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Like, why would you
Yeah.
misrepresent yourself ever for any reason?
Yeah. 100%.
Especially in a way that's going to dress you down. Like,
Yeah.
why take away from your own excellence? Instead, learn how to fucking cop a criticism on the chin like the rest of us do.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes, you are an asshole. Don't disrespect language. Number one. Like, fucking things up on purpose is already an asshole move.
Right.
The
Right.
idea of pretending that you don't know English, first of all.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's the
that's
thing, man.
That's harebrained. Everybody knows you speak English, bro. Like, come on, man.
Also, just because you have a name that is fairly Dutch,
Yeah.
I mean, slow the fuck down. I'm fairly certain, having actually also worked with many people who are from other parts of the world in the music industry, everybody basically speaks English really well generally. So there's not much that you're writing on here also. In fact, I think it's kind of annoying that the teacher also made this weird assumption about like that part's pretty strange as well. It's almost as if the teacher is the biggest asshole here, because
Oh,
what the
so
hell,
everybody
right?
sucks here? Are we getting an
Yeah,
official
this is
ESH for the
this
season?
is an ESH. Holy
Yeah,
crap. Yep, it
you're right.
absolutely
You're
is. Yeah.
absolutely right.
This is an
Yeah,
ESH
I
all the
know
way.
it's not fair. I get it. But at the same time, again, don't misrepresent yourself, especially in a way that dresses down your excellence.
Absolutely.
Like, I
Because that's
understand
exactly
wanting
what the teacher was doing,
right.
which
It's
is
like,
just messed up. And
oh,
when teachers pull that shit already, which I remember having done to me all the time in high
all the
school,
time. Yeah.
probably greatly influenced my great disdain for wanting to continue on with any kind of schooling after high school, in all honesty, because I had so many teachers that made some kind of decision about who I was, what I knew, what I could learn, and all this other stuff, because I was a long-haired punk kid growing up in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and just like automatically sort of deciding like, well, this is just what you are. It's like, cool. So that's literally not your job as a teacher. Thanks very much. So yeah, you're right. The teacher already did that work for you. Don't carry the brick of
Mhm. Mm-mm.
complete idiocy for somebody else. Like, not at all. Because you
No,
wouldn't be
absolutely
the
not.
asshole if you just weren't entertaining this bullshit, you know?
And that's the part that kind of creeps me out the most here as far as the question at hand. It's like it crossed my mind and I'm like, all right, you little psycho. Like, don't. And why would it even cross your mind to start what? Copying grammar errors? Like,
Right.
no, man. This is
Are you
this is some
reverse AIing
yeah.
yourself or something? Like, what's going on?
And why? Just
Yeah.
write your little heart out and whatever. The scathing comments will come. Sometimes you're not good enough, sometimes you're too good. It doesn't actually matter.
Right.
And you know, we're both children of parents whose language wasn't English first.
Yeah.
And that is a real challenge. It's not like a hee hee ha ha, oops, maybe I spoke Dutch first. Like, that's not funny. I don't find it
No,
funny.
it's not funny. It's really
And
not.
because the people that go through the struggle of learning English as a second language and living as adults in this society here in the good old US of A, um, are not having a fun time with it.
Absolutely not. No.
It's not a
No
fun
way.
fucking time. Did you hear that there were
No.
2 firefighters arrested while they were fighting a fire in
Yes.
Washington State
Yes. By
by
ICE
the
agents. Yeah, of course. Because this is the absolute bullshit that we're currently in, where we're profiling people for the most inane reasons ever. So like, don't contribute to that. I mean, also
yeah, like the
not even with something
xenophobia,
that's just being from a
the
primarily Caucasian
otherness.
country. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
No, it's fucking weird. Don't do that. Just write your essays. Take the fucking hit on the chin. Sounds like you've never been turned down by a literary agent before. I am here to say that
Yeah.
it may not be the funnest day of your life, but it won't fucking matter. Just keep doing what you do. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's a fucking class. It'll be over in what? 16 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
whatever. Just
Doesn't
move on
sound
with
like
your
you're
life.
learning a whole lot from it
I know
also,
you're
thanks.
paying
So,
attention to the wrong things here, guy.
yeah, like you are very actively missing the point all at once. So,
100%.
so I mean,
100%.
I'm sorry if you end up tuning into this segment by finding out in theory on Reddit that we've featured you, but like again, I don't think you're a
Yes, you would
big
be the asshole if
asshole.
you did that. But you
Yeah,
would
but
be.
you would be the asshole, and that is the question. The core question here is, are you the asshole? And yeah, you would be. You would be an asshole, and specifically, yeah, you would be an asshole because there's somebody else in your class. I can almost certainly bet whose native language is not English, and who, if the teacher is making decisions about them just based on that, I mean, come on, everybody. Like, there are battles fought over these kinds of things. Don't do it. Just don't contribute to it, man. This isn't hard. Don't do it.
It's
Just
not.
who the fuck cares? Just like we were saying in the beginning of this. go quantum physics on it and just be like, oh, who the fuck knows anything? So I'm just going to do me and do the thing that it is and just not contribute to something that's totally stupid. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Asshole activity.
Asshole activity. I appreciate that you had the moment of self-reflection before you actually went through with it. I hope you haven't gone through with it. But
Yeah.
falsifying your identity on any level is disrespectful, first of all, to yourself.
Yeah.
Secondly, to your ancestors. And thirdly, it's like a federal felony in particular spaces.
Right.
So
Totally.
like from the, philosophical to the practical, own your shit, man.
Are you trying to catfish your teacher through grades? I'm confused. You know,
Can you imagine?
again, save that for, somebody horrible on the internet or something. I don't know. Like,
Sure, you want to troll, but I mean, I just wouldn't play with my identity that way.
yeah, absolutely.
And it's
Yeah.
funny because people will ask me, it's like, what's your first language? Is it English? And I'm like, it's not English. No, it's not. I'm like, could have fooled me. I'm like, well, I'm not really trying to fool anyone. I'm just good at both of them. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but I don't walk around pretending like English is my first language.
Sure.
Is that would make me a shit person.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
So if it is your first language and you're trying to squirrel out of a fucking essay because of it, I damn, bro, the level of fucking privilege right there is insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I don't
privilege and a lot of dedication to that privilege right there. And you're not doing anyone any favors as a result. Like, definitely not. Yeah.
Most of all yourself. Again, own your shit. Cool beans. You write a solid essay.
Absolutely.
All right then. Sometimes it gets you a lower grade than if you wrote to your heart's content and had a million errors in it. Sometimes those people deserve the A and you deserve a B plus because you did not structure your paragraphs correctly. Like,
that's right.
Learn a thing. Who cares?
C's make degrees or D's make. I don't even know. Whatever.
C's make degrees.
They make degrees. So
C's do make degrees.
Maybe that's what you're going to end up getting. But yeah, for now, everybody sucks here. And y'all don't.
Wow, that is our first ESH.
That is our first ESH. So
that is going in the spreadsheet.
If I could fire off some confetti right now, I absolutely would.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew. We're going to put a confetti emoji or something into the spreadsheet and be like, woohoo, look at this one, because there it is, everybody. Now you know the spreadsheet is going to track it. That's an ESH. Holy crap. All right. Well, we've done it.
Everyone gets stars. They're not going to be gold. I don't know.
No, they're going to be brown.
Poop brown? Yeah, thank you. See? This is why we do this.
That's right. Poop brown emojis, poop emoji stars. Congratulations, you win.
I will
show
find
it to
my
all
way
your
to that.
friends. Yeah.
Show it to all your friends.
Tell your friends and family. There you go.
Congratulations or whatever.
That's right. Congratulations. So we said that we were going to potentially only go with one cold read, as we may be calling it, in our segment in Cold Read today, because you have just had some eventful things happen in the world of pinball. So if that's the case, then we can certainly move on here to something that I've cooked up. If you feel like you want to get another one in here, I'm open to that too.
Ooh, these are tempting things. Are you asking me to make a decision right now?
Unfortunately, yes. I know that's.
I mostly want to. I mean, listen, I have no shortage of AITA, and I'm looking. Okay,
through the
I'm
world
gonna
will keep going.
I will read this headline, and you can tell me if we keep going or not.
I like this. This is a good way to do it. Okay, I'm ready.
And just thumbs up, thumbs down. Doesn't matter. Thumbs up, I read it. Thumbs down, we move on because I do want to hear this next segment of yours.
Sweet. I get to be like Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Hell yeah. Okay. I mean, not that I would want to be Caesar, but because thank you.
All right, Pontius Pilate, relax.
Yeah,
AITA for telling my husband that I'm not going to throw away my Harry Potter books.
Oh, all right. The decision's made. I have to hear this one. Yeah.
Oh, you're going up?
I'm giving a big old thumbs up.
All right. All right.
Which
Well,
also, I just want to point out that that's historically inaccurate. The thumbs down meant to put the sword in the sand and not continue fighting or killing the other person whom you were battling. The thumbs up meant, yeah, go ahead and
kill him.
yeah, go for it. But
Yeah,
that's, you
well.
know, that's the geek in me. Or I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm not going to ask the world right now. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but I want to know about this Harry Potter bullshit. So let's ride.
All right. We're writing then.
Let's Horcrux it up.
Nice. Okay. So AITA for telling my husband that I'm not going to throw away my Harry Potter books, question mark. I created a fucking Reddit account for this stupid ass shit, so I better get some good perspective from here.
Wow, coming out swinging. Okay.
Yeah. Coming in hot. I like this. I like this energy. Let's see what happens. So, as any millennial kid, Harry Potter was literally my 32 female childhood. I grew up with it. Obviously, I think JKR is a disgusting and bigoted waste of both oxygen and space. But yeah, I love the books too much to actually part with it. What I have done though is not buy any new merchandise, i.e., all the movies are downloaded in my iPad already, and my books are the OG ones I bought in the 90s.
Okay.
My kids, 8 female, 9 male, wanted to read the books, so I gave them my old hand me downs from the 90s, which are still in good shape. They are enjoying it so far. I love it. My husband's brother, 29 FTM, recently came around to visit us and he saw the kids reading the books. He took me aside and told me that he finds this problematic and told me that the kids should at least know that by reading the books, they're endorsing a bigoted and hateful person. I reminded him that this was not new property and thus not contributing to JKR's cause. These are my old hand me downs. He stormed out angrily and left. My husband then told me if HP Harry Potter is really such an essential part of my life, I need to push it on the sorry, my camera's in the middle of my screen, so give me a second. My husband then told me if Harry Potter is really such an essential part of my life, that I need to push it on our kids too, and I reminded him that they were the ones who asked me to give them the books and that I will not throw them away. AITA.
Wow. There's a lot here, so we'll work to keep it concise because this goes into a whole thing. It's the whole separating the art from the artist thing.
Yep.
It's, you know, social
That's
commentary.
exactly where I was gonna go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, social uproar, etc. So we've got to just get down to the nut of it, as always, because if we go too deep, then this will be a 4-hour long podcast, and we may get
You
sued
guys
by
will
J.K.
be
Rowling.
paying me to watch me sleep on camera if that's.
That's right. Exactly. Which, if I could get paid to sleep on camera, just like I said last week, if I could get paid to trim my toenails on camera, I would probably do it at this point, but I don't think I'm going to get that gig. So I'm going to go with this one. I don't think that you are the asshole. I think that this is one of those things that is, yes, very difficult in especially the world in which we live now. But I can't say that you're the asshole because, first of all, if you throw the books away, you're not. There's nothing that's happening by doing that except that you're just throwing books away. It's symbolic. I understand that, and I'm all for that sometimes, but this doesn't really seem like the place for it if I'm real. So you're not really doing anything at that point except assuaging other people's you know, we call them, I guess, anxieties, anger, whatever, as it were. And as to your kids, I mean, if you're telling them, you know, like this author has some problematic views, which she definitely does, like she does, she's been very clear about that.
Oh,
But that
nothing but.
right, nothing but the, you know, the literature is enjoyable, you know, then I don't think that you're the asshole here. I think that there's certain teachable things that you could point out here, you know. I mean, I remember reading Huck Finn, The Adventures of Huck Finn, when I was a kid, before it was even given to me to read in school, because my father was ultimately someone who did care a lot about literature and reading, which I do thank him for all these years later. And he would give me a lot of books and say, you know, here's a book that maybe you should read. He didn't say I had to, but he would give it to me. And, you know, I remember reading that book and even being very young, feeling like there were some things that, you know, didn't totally make sense. And my dad telling me, well, you know, this was written at a different time in the existence of human beings and et cetera. And then it kind of sparked me to learn more in different ways about, you know, some of the many horrors of American history and et cetera. Um, because even though it's dolled up a little bit in that book, it still has parts of that. And whether or not it was, you know, a commentary by Twain or not is not really something we need to necessarily rip apart. Is Harry Potter a commentary on things? I mean, I haven't read the books in a long time or gone into any of the movies in a long time. And I know that many people have pointed out that there's probably at least some things that have to do with her own personal agenda within the books. That is not great, but I also don't have an easy answer for that, honestly. I just feel like if you're educating your children about these things in general, which you should be, you know, educating them about not being prejudiced against people for any reason, you know, not mistreating people, etc., then I don't think that you're the asshole. But this again goes real deep. So I just have to get to the nut of it and be like, I don't think you're the asshole. I think the other people are kind of being assholes, but I get like why they're being assholes about it. But I don't know, man. It's the same thing as many other situations that have come up with, especially for me as a musician. I mean, there's a lot of musicians out there who turn out to be real clods. Did they make great music? They did,
Quads.
you know.
Sorry.
I was going to
Yeah.
say clown, but I decided to pick another C because, you know, we're in a literature space here right now. I need to use my
No.
internal
I
thesaurus.
I endorse Claude. This is
Clod is a
good.
good one, I think,
I
right?
had like 5 people's names show up in the space that you just described.
Nice. See, there you go. Yeah. So,
Uh,
you know, like there's a lot of that. And there are people who I have sort of disavowed in my own way because of, yeah, some things that they have done and et cetera. I don't know. That this is one of those very tough sociological situations where I just have to go back to it and say, like, you're not going to solve the world's problems and you're not going to stop J.K. Rowling from having her stupid opinions and point of view by throwing the books away and telling your kids that they absolutely shouldn't read them. Because here's the thing, if you do end up doing that, they're gonna go find it anyway. Like it's kind of just the same as so many other things that you tell kids they can't have. They'll just figure out a way to be into it if they want to be into it. So the better
yep.
thing to do is to have some education before that so that they're not making ridiculous decisions by getting influenced in some way or another by the art or the social perspectives of somebody who is problematic. Anyway, that was really long. Damn. Okay. I just screwed up the timing of our podcast with this one, but I'm glad I did. So I want to know what you think about this.
I feel like there's no assholes here in our traditional
Yeah.
description of
Okay.
assholes.
Yeah. You're right.
I
Yeah.
I feel like um your family member did what they had to do to absolutely, put their foot down
Sure.
in terms of, where they draw the line with this shit. And as a person who is older than the Harry Potter generation but watched countless people, friends of mine, go through it, I mean, I can rattle off at least 5 people that are like entrenched in Harry Potter land.
Absolutely.
And
Easy.
I know who you are, and you know that I know who you are. So if you're listening to this, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I feel terribly for the fandom, given that they were taken on this fucking crazy ass ride and were felt to be like welcome, um, being part of hyper niche clubs, parties, and other types of overlaps with people.
Sure.
Um, I get it. I feel bad because I bought one of my softball friends a Harry Potter Scrabble for her birthday. Um, and she's gay. But I bought it without thinking per se about like this whole art versus the artist thing. But
Yes.
this woman has been a stalwart part of my life for like years and years and years and years and years, and loves Harry Potter, or loved, right? And so I bought it, and then it felt weird, and I was all shit. I fucked up, man. Um, because I didn't mean to contribute to J.K. Rowling's bigoted views on the fucking planet, right? But it's like
Sure.
it was in a tiny gaming shop local to town. I went into the gaming shop to like make friends. It's around the corner from my house. I want to see if they want to be a pinball sponsor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so I bought it. I just bought it. I didn't think of it. I was like, oh, so and so's birthday's coming up. Check. Gift.
Right. It made sense at the time. It's a
Done.
gift.
And
Sure.
then I put it down in my house and I was like, ah, fuck me, bro. Like, I just made some sort of weird political decision, like that if you had given me 30 minutes to think about it beforehand, would not have made, but here we are.
Sure. Sure.
And it sucks because I can't give it to her. Like, I want to give it to her. I called her about it. I was like, yo, about HP merchandise as birthday gifts. And she's all, what? I'm like, I may have purchased something for you for your birthday, but I'm not sure if it's appropriate to give it to you because I'm not sure where you're standing with it right now. And she was like, oh, I don't buy HP stuff for myself, but I'll accept a gift. You know what I mean? And I was
Sure.
like,
Sure.
fair stance. Fair stance.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this person has thrown like HP birthday themed parties as a
Sure.
something
Sure.
and something year old.
Sure.
And there's a lot of artists that I've had to make this decision about, right? Like separating art from artist.
Right. Especially now more than ever. I mean, a lot of the people that we grew up, watching their art or listening to or reading or
Mhm.
whatever their art, a lot of them are getting older now, and a decent number of people as they get older, they kind of let go a little bit of the giving a fuck part of things, and they are a little more emboldened to just go forward with being a jerk bag. For instance, not to totally sidetrack us here, Kevin
No.
Sorbo, who I
Oh,
grew
don't
up
even get me started.
absolutely, yeah, right. I grew up absolutely loving Hercules: The Legendary Journeys and Xena and all that other stuff. I loved that shit,
Mhm.
and haven't watched it in a while, but it was entertaining as all get out. And it makes me pretty sad to see him getting deep into this right wing garbage. Am I gonna try and fund his next movie or something? No, I'm not. But I don't know what to say, everybody. If I watch an episode of Hercules: The Legendary Journeys at some point, just for the
Ooh.
nostalgia of it or something, right? Like, I'm not, and I know I get this. I should also preface this with like, there is an amount of privilege that comes with not necessarily being, made more small by somebody's shitty views. Like J.K. Rowling's shitty views. I know that they don't affect me. They don't, because they don't. That's not. I'm not, a person who's going to be affected by her shitty views. Do I still stand against them? Absolutely, I do. Do I want to give her money? No, but do I also think that she's probably get, I mean, she's getting money no matter what at this point. It's just part of these systems that ends up happening. So I guess my whole feeling on that is just like you can't, again, as we have said many times here, you can't fix all the world's problems. So you can't really make it your job to do it just by that. It's like getting down on yourself for throwing an aluminum can in the trash when you could have
As opposed
recycled
to
it.
walking over to the recycling bin. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Well,
Like
in a
you
similar
can't save
vein,
every part of the world.
no,
So,
you can't. And sometimes it's okay to appreciate the art that exists, even though the artist may not be the most
right,
pure
right,
of soul or what have you.
right,
When the whole Neil Gaiman thing went down, I had to call my best friend straight up. I had to, because
right.
she texted me first and she's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, yeah,
Because she
yeah,
knows.
yeah.
And I called her. I was like, "No, I'm actually not. I don't know what to do here, man."
Right, absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
the amount of like fucking Sandman content that lives on my fucking bookshelves is
sure. Yeah,
high, you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
she was like, "All right, well, start by turning him backwards." All my Neil Gaiman shit and all of my fucking bookcases, all of his books, spine towards the back.
sure. Yeah,
It's done, you know?
right,
And the same thing happened.
right.
I heard a song in Portland this weekend that I really, really like by a group that I really, really enjoy and I don't listen to anymore because one of the two went ahead at the height of the Me Too movement and made a social media post that said it was like like Bill Cosby shit, and he said that he felt that it was okay to drug women so that he could have sex with them.
Ah, yes, I do
You know
know.
who I'm talking about?
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well,
And again,
two
difficult
two of my
because there
favorite
was good
albums.
music there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I lost music because I couldn't listen to it anymore in good faith
Right.
for my own self. Again, this is just me for me. I'm not telling
Right.
anyone what to do, and I do believe that there are situations. This is a case by case basis, right? Like I happened to walk past a Picasso at the art museum on Wednesday, right? Because I went with one of my besties to the cafe at the art museum that my brother manages. So we ate and then we walked through. Am I supposed to not walk by the Picasso?
Right. Exactly. 100%.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I really don't know. And obviously, like that's such a like a separated sort of engagement as far as like art artist me relationship. Um, but dude was an asshole.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely was. I mean,
You know,
as a
CeeLo
lot of
Green is an
artists,
asshole.
yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, like this whole, but there's J.K. Rowling is an asshole. Like,
Yeah. She's an asshole. She's
you
an
know,
asshole who had like a really great idea. Yes. And,
right.
wrote some books that I think were outshined by the film adaptations in the long run.
Hmm.
Um, but that, yeah, yes, like this is
I
true.
think it's a personal choice as far as separating the art from the artist. I
It
haven't been
is.
able to find it for myself in a way that is highly, like quantifiable. Like, I don't have a rule book. I basically go by my gut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cutting out Gnarls Barkley was weirdly easy.
Sure.
Unfortunate,
Right.
but easy.
Right.
If I grew up reading 7, 8 volumes of thousands of pages of world building and comfort, I don't really judge people who can't walk away from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, I get it. Those are your books from the 90s. That means you bought that with your fucking $5.25 minimum wage job money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're
Yep.
yours. You're not an asshole for it.
No.
Is
No.
is is your brother's oh, I'm sorry, your husband's brother incorrect? No.
No. It sounds to me like the brother's coming from, a genuine place, which I think is
Yeah.
good. But this goes on to so many other things, which is that you can't just immediately expect that someone is always going to subscribe to your worldview. And that doesn't mean that the other person is absolutely horrible unless you decide that they are, which if that is the case, then you need to just be really willing to stick to it. And And the other thing I just got to pin into this is like, there is no ethical consumerism under capitalism, everybody. It's,
Correct.
I mean,
Oh, we're
we,
all complicit. We're all
right,
complicit.
right. I mean, I'm not crazy about it. Anybody who's followed me around on any social media network or listen to music I make or really anything knows that
Oh,
like
if you
I'm,
haven't, you should. It's a journey.
yeah, I mean, I'm a little more reserved than I used to be, but like I have always pointed this out. There is no ethical consumerism under capitalism. You can buy the most fair trade, certified, whatever thing, and just existing in the world that we live in now, somehow, unfortunately, some of your money is going to assholes. Like it is. And that is not great. And I'm not crazy about it, but I'm just really of the mind that you can't drive yourself absolutely bonkers about all of these things because
No.
if you do, I don't know, you will have to live under a rock or in a cave, and like that'll be it because that's kind of the only way. And even then, unfortunately, there's probably some way that it'll end up contributing to it. It sucks. It's not great, but
And
does
it's
that
okay to
part make you an
find
asshole? No.
right. It's okay to find joy given all of that.
Absolutely. Right.
Like
Absolutely it is.
I,
Yeah.
if we are going to go accept the premise that you've just posited, um and it's true, which I firmly believe is true. No, none of us are dodging this bullet, man.
No. No.
It's like the shit has hit the fan, and that shit is landing on all of us,
Yeah.
even within our most judicious efforts to not be the cause, right? Or the catalyst for the worst version of it to happen. Like, we're all
Yeah.
complicit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I haven't gotten rid of my Neil Gaiman books. I'm not a huge fan anymore, though I
Yeah.
was for a very long time.
Right.
But I bought those comic books with my hard-earned money when I was working at the comic book store. And
Absolutely.
that counts and that matters, and they've influenced my writing, and I don't have to like him to respect
No.
some of his work.
No. And we also live in a media landscape now where someone's creative works can just be iterated on to infinity. Star
Mhm.
Wars, for instance. I mean,
There's a new Star Wars machine coming out in pinball.
oh, see, dope. See, like sometimes there's good things about it, like, and if you go back and you look at a lot of Star Wars stuff, I mean, like, is all of it super duper on the level from George Lucas's side? Like, it's spotty,
Whatever.
you
It's
know?
a giant universe. You can do
Right,
whatever
but
you
it's
want.
it's a giant thing, and now that we are in a space where media can just kind of go on living in some way or another, I mean, this kind of thing is going to sort of happen at times, and it's not great. And I think the best thing you can do, yeah, is like educate where you can, support the people who need support, because whether J.K. Rowling is out there being shitty or not, there's still a whole bunch of other people that are being really shitty to marginalized people.
Yep.
So if she's gone and not talking her BS on Twitter anymore, there's a whole bunch of other people out there who are, and they've got people who are really close to them who listen to the kind of hateful garbage that they spew, probably more so than even they listen to J.K. Rowling. So
Mm.
those are the people who, I'm again not saying that they're enemies, those are people who could maybe be educated. You're not going to educate and turn around J.K. Rowling. And then beyond that, take heart in the people that are in mass media who do give a shit about things like William Shatner, who is a much older man now and did an interview recently with someone who asked him if point blank if he actually thought that climate change was going to be the end of all of us, and he went whole hog on that interviewer and said, absolutely I do. How could you not? Are you going to have kids? So what do you think they're going to grow up in? And this is a guy who is way arguably more famous than J.K. Rowling and part of a much larger universe in a lot of ways, Star Trek. and had the guts to say that. So let's take heart in the fact that there's some people out there who are like legacy people who still give a fuck, you know?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Shout out to William Shatner.
Shout out to William Shatner. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
And his
for real.
amazing poetry that he does. As
So now
if he were reading it really slowly.
Oh my god,
He's a good guy. I like
he
him.
is okay. Well,
But yeah, okay. So this is.
so
this-
I'm saying no assholes here.
Yeah, I'll agree on no assholes here. Yeah, that's true. I'm not
I mean, those
gonna
are
go
hard
hard on anyone here.
conversations, and everybody gets to have an opinion. But as far as assholishness, like, your brother-in-law was not an asshole, and bring it up to you, and you are not an asshole, and not
Yeah,
destroying your personal property.
yeah.
And
You don't need to.
This is a very charged conversation, and
You don't need to cut off your nose to spite your face. So,
correct.
You know.
I mean, not everything is a hill to die on, and everybody's spectrum of acceptability in the separating the artist from the art situation is different. And
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. That was a good one. That one I'm glad we went
oof.
longer for that one because that was
well,
was
it's
worth
just
it.
so interesting. I
Yeah.
love that conversation.
Yeah,
And like I said, having
that's a
having
whole
had
other podcast in and of itself.
we should though. We'll let you guys know.
We'll let you know. Yeah, because that one brought some things up that I feel like we still only barely scratched that surface. So thank you,
Agreed.
Ruth.
You're welcome.
And Nathan for curating that for us. That was a very good cold read. And
cold read. I love it. Okay, it's done. It's cold read now,
okay,
right?
there it is,
Okay, good.
everybody. Yeah,
That
you
makes
can
me
tell us if
happy.
you disagree or have a better segment name, but that's what we're going with for right now.
Oh, it's the cold
And
read.
parentheses, am I the asshole here? So tell us what you think. Now, speaking of
Well,
assholes.
Now what? What are you doing? What did you do? I don't know what you're about to do. So
This is my version of the cold read for you.
Oh boy. Oh God.
I have read this. So, in a segment that I am ping ponging back and forth a little bit here, called AI Apocalypse, I take a brief look at the world of artificial intelligence and just kind of the ridiculous things that it is causing to just ripple throughout all of humankind at this point right now. And my little sort of bit this week takes us to a glorious land that used to be known as Twitter and will always be known as Twitter.
Used to be.
Me.
It is Twitter.
It absolutely is. I mean, I guess if we're being real about it, then we call it X. But I personally,
No, we don't. No, we do not.
That's right, because it'll never be X for me. I can't get behind that. But where this really takes me here is very specifically to a thread that I saw come up just recently that kind of, I don't know, just something about it really rubbed me the wrong way. I'm sharing my screen here. Anyone who's listening on audio only, you'll be able to find links in the AI Apocalypse channel on our Discord server.
Yeah, join the Discord, guys. Come on.
Yeah, jump on there because we do put up the articles, the subreddits, etc. that we mention there so that you can check them out yourself. But if you're watching on video, you'll be able to see what it is I'm sharing here. So, personally, I muted Elon Musk long ago on Twitter because, I don't need that nonsense in my life if we're talking about people who spew ridiculous things. That is one of them who I don't need.
Can I make an admission?
Oh, okay, yes.
I haven't muted him yet because it makes me laugh so hard.
It is pretty hilarious. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know I'm not supposed to, but I do it anyway. And I mean, listen, if anybody ever needs a what the fuck is wrong with this guy giggle,
right
in the middle of the early morning when you can't go back to sleep, I'm not saying follow him, but if you did follow him, here Brian and I are on the opposite ends of the angle because he muted him, I didn't, because I think it's fucking funny.
Well,
I
It
laugh at him
is.
every day.
Yeah,
I
right.
do. I
Absolutely.
can't help it. I
It's
can't
worth it
help
for
it.
that. And to be honest, I still go and check in on the guy because one way or the other,
I check
you
it
know,
on
the type of people that I follow and that follow me on Twitter are, you know, of the mindset that this guy sucks, which is great. And so I usually end up seeing some of his bullshit one way or the other. I go, okay, what's this idiot up to right now? And I always find it interesting when he decides to fly in and comment
What's going
on
on here?
people's posts that are, we'll just say, normal people, you know, like people who are not exactly highly followed on Twitter or not worth billions of dollars like all of his friends and etc. So the way that this whole thing came up for me this week for this segment was someone named David Scott Patterson, who I don't really know who this person is, just some dude on Twitter anyway. He posted up on August 23rd, 2025, saying by 2030, all jobs will be replaced by AI and robots easily, period. The US labor force is about 170 million workers. About 80 million of those jobs include hands on work. Automated systems can work 4 shifts a week. Placing all physical labor would require about 20 million autonomous systems, including vehicles, blah, 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 blah. So, anyway, he goes on a little bit about how this can be easily done within 4 years and all this other kind of stuff. And who happens to drop in to give a little comment but the man who loves to take credit for everybody's work himself, Mr. Elon
Oh,
Musk.
the mathematician of the century.
That's right. The guy who is tiptoeing on a pyramid of billions of dollars every single day and acting like he made it all himself. I don't like Elon Musk, in case anyone can't catch on. But he says to this David Patterson guy, your estimates are about right. However, intelligent robots in humanoid form will far exceed the population of humans. Okay, that sounds really horrible, as every person will want their own personal R2D2 and C3PO. Oh, we're getting both, Elon. Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. And then there will be many robots in industry for every human to provide products and services. So then someone who, you know, I don't know this person, but I got to give him some props for saying when robots replace working people, how will those who become unemployed sustain their lives? And this is where the AI apocalypse part of everything comes in because Lil Elon then says there will be universal high income, not merely basic income in parentheses. Everyone will have the best medical care, food, home, transport, and everything else. Sustainable abundance. Now, this thread goes on, and I just don't care anymore. And you can go and check it out for yourself if you want to. I will just tell you that my response to him was shut the absolute fuck the fuck up, you shit eating fuckwit. So if that's not enough expletives for you all, I can find some new ones if need be. But
Find some new ones.
my problem here is primarily, if we're looking at this from the AI apocalypse perspective, right, is that we now have these ultra wealthy people who are continuously trying to basically make it seem okay that thousands, if not million, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are going to lose their livelihoods because of AI, which already time and again right now is being proven at this point at least to not be something that can just replace human beings. Plenty of companies have tried to do this already, letting go of their entire support teams and et cetera, and just, you know, bringing in some AI chatbots and et cetera. And it turns out it doesn't work very well. People fucking hate it because they never get an answer and they can't speak with a human being who has luckily logical thought in order to be able to help said person, right? And so my problem here is mostly that now we have these ultra wealthy idiots like Elon Musk who are saying things, trying to make it seem okay to everybody by saying things like there will be universal high income. So, okay, apparently now we're just spewing out some new things in order to push aside universal basic income, right? And now we're going to say, oh, don't worry, it'll be universal high income. High income based on what, Elon? Based on what? Something that you, in theory, get to decide? Because you're not the guy who gets to decide that, by the way. It doesn't really matter how much money you have, how much power you have in industry, and et cetera. You're not the guy who gets to decide that. You are, however, the guy, I might remind everyone, who has time and again worked to be a union buster working to keep employees at Tesla from forming unions because of the fact that they are worked so hard. And now, of course, there's plenty of smokescreen out there from people from Tesla saying it's a great place to work and blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot of people that have pointed out that there's a lot of, we'll say, wrong things that happen with respect to how much they have to work and the way that they are treated and everything else that can happen in these super massive kind of workspaces and employment spaces. So my problem here in this whole world of AI is that, okay, essentially
the one problem.
well, I mean, the one that pertains to this in this instance, we'll just say, is that simply stating that apparently everybody is going to be able to have their own personal robots and there's going to be robots that are so smart that they can do pretty much all the tasks and that supposedly that's how human beings are going to reach the Star Trek future. Okay, like that's fine. You can dream that up. You can say that that's going to be a thing and everything else. Like, wonderful, sure, sci-fi shit, et cetera, et cetera. The problem is, these are not the people who should be getting to decide if that is going to be a thing that happens or not. Because people like Elon Musk and other people who are so big right now and running these giant AI firms, such as Meta and Mark Zuckerberg, and the Sam Altman, who I spoke about last week from OpenAI, I'm sorry, the week before last from OpenAI. These are the guys who have so much money that they don't need to think about what something like universal high income would be. Because what exactly is universal high income? Like, are you literally proposing that everyone would get to be a millionaire? I know you're not, because that wouldn't do you any good with your entire AI agenda that you have, which is essentially to do away with the working class as much
Yeah.
as possible so that you don't have to pay them. That's all it boils down to. It's not about making everything better for everyone. It's definitely not about sustainable abundance, as this guy suddenly popped up in his stupid brain at some point or another while writing this tweet. It's not about that. If it were,
It would have
plenty of
already
this would have
happened.
happened already. Exactly. Yes, that's exactly it. We would have already had it because we very literally could right now already have a lot of this. We don't need
But
personal robots doing everything for us already.
No, we don't.
Yeah. So,
Ooh, I have so many thoughts, but you know
yes.
what?
Yes. And I'm ready.
Okay. Well, shit. Hmm. I remain uncomfortable with the idea that the concept of AI was adopted so quickly by so many people, and obviously it's
Yes.
not its first iteration, right? Like,
No.